That's awesome. Hi, this is Ike from IkesOutdoors.com. Today we're going to be doing a product review on a couple of HHA sites. The first one is the HHA Optimizer, and the model on this one is the DS5519. This one has the smaller housing. You can see this is a single pin slider. I'm going to slide up here a little closer to the camera actually. You can see this is a single pin slider. It's got 3 feet of fiber optic wrapped around this thing. Really nice, really bright, one of the brightest sights that I've ever seen. Really nice brightness to this thing. Like I said, it is a single pin slider. And this one has a dial on the side. And I've got this one off because I want to show you the gears. How you operate this thing is you simply loosen this up and you can slide this thing around. And you guys who haven't used a single pin slider before, this is attached to your bow, and I'll show you the one that's on my high country in a second. And you simply dial it to the yardage that you want once you're set up. Now, why I've got this one off my bow is I want to show you the quality of construction that this thing, which really impressed me when I got this. Is this one here, you can see on the inside there, has all steel gears. It's got a really nice, durable build to it. The main body is aluminum. Everything on this thing's aluminum actually. There's no plastic parts on this thing at all. And your gears inside are all metal as well. So nice, good, solid build to this thing, and whenever you're turning it, you can feel it's got a nice, stiff feel to it, nice, tight. There's no slop in it when those gears are moving. So really nice, quality built sight. Another cool feature of this sight is for you competition shooters. You can order right off HHA's website. You can get a magnification lens. You can get a scope and you can put right in the end of this thing. So, and for you guys who are familiar with the Bad River Outdoors rangefinder, I've got one on the other model on my high country. These are compatible with the Bad River Outdoor rangefinders as well. So, really nice versatility to this thing as far as a hunting site or as far as a competition site. So, you guys who are shooting 3D as well as hunting like I do, you can put your scope in here for 3D, and then when it comes time for hunting, you pop that scope out, put your Bad River Outdoors tagged out rangefinder in there, and you're ready to head to the woods. One of the other cool things about this thing is it has toolless adjustments. All you have to do to adjust the left and right is turn that knob. And each one of these, it says right here on top which way to turn it for in and out, and one click is 1/8 of an inch left or right at 20 yards. So all you have to do is click, and you know at 20 yards you've moved your arrow, your point of impact, 1/8 of an inch that direction. And then when you're done, you're ready to tighten this thing back up, all you have to do is twist that back and it locks this thing back into place. So really nice adjustability to this thing, really cool, really easy to set up. So I want to show you the other one that I've got on my my high country bow, and we'll talk a little bit about how to set these things up and the yardage tapes that these things come with. So this is the one I've got on my high country. You can see this one's, it's a long ways till hunting season, but this bow's ready to go to the woods. You can see I've got the Bad River Outdoors tagged out rangefinder in there, and this one is almost the same as the other one. You pop these arrows out of the quiver. It's got the same amount of fiber optic to it, so it's a good bright sight. It'll also accept the lens, and like you can see, I've got this the Bad River Outdoors tagged out rangefinder in there. It also has the toolless adjustment to it. Pop that loose, and you can use your clicks there, and you can adjust that. Now this one also has a little bit different way of adjustment. It has, you just pop this loose here, and you slide that thing around. Same as your other one. This model is, let's see what model this one is. The model on this one is the OL-5510, and like I said, it's got the smaller housing as well. Got a level in there, nice solid construction to it, just like the other one. Just a little bit different mode of adjustment on it. Instead of having the dial, this one has you can just slide that thing up and down. Good, again, good solid construction to this one. All metal, all aluminum construction to it. nice and tight when you slide it. There's no loose, nothing to this thing's loose. And I've been shooting it for 2 weeks now. This one here has been shot. I used it to do my arrow penetration test, and I know I shot 400 arrows doing that test. So this one's had quite a few arrows pass through it. And it's still nice and tight, still shooting just as good as it ever was. And some of those arrows I was shooting 322 feet per second. So good tight construction on these things. Nice bright light. You can order a light for us for this off of HHA's website, but and I suggest, if you want to order one, they're definitely going to make it brighter. That's another added advantage, but definitely one of the brightest sights that I've ever seen. So these HHA sliders, real quality built. A lot of versatility to them. Like I said, you guys can put in a scope in the end of it for 3D shooting, spot shooting, stuff like that. And when you're ready to go hunting, all you gotta do is pop that scope out, and you're ready to head to the woods. You can get you one of these Bad River tagged out rangefinders, as this extreme model, and put that in there, and you have a rangefinder built right in there. Okay, now to set these things up, they come with sight tapes, and I'll show you real quick what these sight tapes look like. There's two different tapes in these package when you get these. One's a setup tape, and one is your actual yardage tape. What you're going to do is you're going to put your setup tape on there if it doesn't already have it applied. This one already has it applied. And these numbers on a setup tape are not yardage markers. So you're going to put your setup tape on there, and you're going to go back to 20 yards. At 20 yards, you're going to sight this thing in precisely. If you're using, there's two different methods. You can use 20 and 60, and if you don't have 60 yards, you can use 20 and 40. At 20 and 40, you need to be really precise about how you're measuring these things, and really precise when you're sighting these in. So you move back to 20 yards, and you sight these things in, and you come up with a number. Say you come up with 15. And so then you move back to 40 yards, and you sight this thing in and get it really busting X's and get it really precise. And say at that yardage, you've moved it to 30. And like I said, these are not yardage markers, they're just your setup markers. So you go to a chart that they enclose with it. You'll subtract the 15 from the 30, and you'll get 15. And you'll find this chart, and you'll find the 15 on this chart, and you'll go over, and it'll tell you with 15 you need tape number 33. So that's how you do it. You find this these enclosed tapes that it came with. You find tape number 33. You put your mark at 20 yards, and you line up the 20-yard marker with that tape, and you apply that tape to your sight, and you're ready to go. And I can tell you right away that the one that I put on here was dead nuts accurate. I mean, it was, of course my 20 and 40 yards were sighted in, but 30 yards was dead on, 32 was dead on, 44 was dead on, 50 yards, well, I'm not that great at shooting past 40 yards, but it was on. I mean, them tapes are extremely accurate. So another really nice feature, really gets you dialed in there, and really helped me for a longer distance, because I don't shoot past 40 yards very much, but I had it right dialed in, so I knew my scope and I knew my sight was set in, even though I was shooting off a little bit, and give me that confidence to move back to that yardage and shoot that yardage. So these are just a couple of the models that they make. Really nice sights. I highly recommend these HHA sights, and these are what I'm going to be using. You're going to see these in all my bow reviews. You're going to see these. You're going to see me hunting with these, and this is what I'm going to be using on all my bows this year. Really bright, really adjustable. I like the fact that they can take a scope, and that you can pop that scope out and then go hunting with these same sights. Toolless adjustment, really easy to set up. The yardage tapes were extremely accurate, and the nicest feature is the brightness. One of the brightest sights that you're ever going to find. Really collects light well, and built like a tank. So good solid construction to these things, and just an absolute ease to set up, just an absolute dream to work with so far. So definitely check these out, and they've got a ton of other products on their website as well. I know they make some rests and some multiple pin sights, and just a lot of other good stuff. But definitely check these sliders out, and their website is hhasports.com. And for more product reviews, be sure to check out our website, ikesoutdoors.com. Appreciate you watching.